Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all gonna work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're gonna find in the Ninja space. And that all happens here at our custom built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're gonna find at one Ninja gym is gonna feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles. And to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Welcome to the World Ninja League Championships Season 11. This is going to be your general rules. There will be a course demo at the beginning of the first wave for each division. There will also be a living document available to you on the website. Ensure to chalk up in the designated chalk zones, not at the starting platform prior to your run, out of respect to the other athletes. Coaches are allowed to walk and chalk their athletes during the course run. Platform resets are allowed on stage 1 and 2, but are not allowed on stage 3. Incidental contact with hands only is allowed on all truss pads. Grabbing over the top of the pad, though, is not allowed. There are no skippable platforms. There will be no time limit on stage 3. Instead, there will be a rest time for each rest bar and platform. The timer will count down your rest time that is left, and is the athlete's responsibility to disengage the rest bar or platform before their time runs out. After the ref gives you the all clear, the timer will count down, the course lights will turn white, and the athlete's run will begin.
Hi everyone, welcome to the WNL World Championships. This is your Stage 3 Elite Female Course Demo video. Obstacle 1 starts on the blue platform right here. You have hands only on the silver handles that can go in the blue receptacles, and feet on all of the blue vertebrae, as well as hands on the black L bar to get to your touch point, which is the first staple. The staples are hands only on the blue portions to get to your U bar. Your next obstacle is the chain. You have hands only on all blue portions of the chain, as well as the trapeze, to get to your touch point, which is the first mic drop. For the mic drops, you have hands only on the blue portions to get to your U-bar.
Attention all coaches and athletes in wave 2 of adult females competing right now at stage 1 tall B. We are on our last few runners for that wave. If anybody is in need of a video review, please submit that now for our coaches and athletes in wave 2.
Your next obstacle is the vertical limit. For this one, you have hands on the blue ring. The VL is not reset. All right, hands on the VL. Then you have hands on the blue cliffhangers, as well as the bottom blue and cliffhanger to get to your ring. Your touch point is the silver pegs. Take silver pegs across the pegs to get to your U-bar.
And attention all coaches and athletes, we have another check-in reminder for wave 4 of elite males. Check-in is open for you guys at stage 1 tall A. First runner will go in approximately 15 minutes. That is for wave 4 of elite males at stage 1 tall A. Check in now.
You're good, Ava.
Good. Your next obstacle is the cliffhanger. You have hands only on the blue cliff ledges and feet only on the tack to get to your U-bar. Climb up, climb up. All right. Your final obstacle is the flying bar. For this one, you have hands only on the blue portions of the wheel that will raise the door until it locks into place. You then have hands only on the silver flying bar to get to your finish platform and hit your buzzer. Remember, it's the athlete's responsibility to hit the buzzer and make sure that their time goes off. Come on, Ava, push, girl, come on. Now. Come on, Ava. Come on, girl.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Greensboro Coliseum here in Greensboro, North Carolina, where we have the Elite Female Stage 3 final runs here from the World Ninja League Championships. Two of our athletes, Allison Bond and Riley Hunt, vying to become world champions here from the Greensboro Coliseum. Let's give a special shout out to our course designers here today, Greg Smith, Matt Bradley, and Nick Fordney, who have done a great job in designing the course throughout the week and making sure it is ready to go for all of our competitors. Welcome in to the broadcast booth here. My name is Justina Ricchini, joined alongside Aiden Gauze. And Aiden, we have the Elite Females Stage 3 running here today. It's going to be a tough course for our competitors.
Definitely is going to be a tough course.
And now we will see some of the obstacles that we will have today. So we're going to have the vertebrate, the first obstacle, the staple, which is number 2, the chain link, which is back on the front side, number 3, the mic drop, number 4, the swivel limit, number 5, iron summit, number 6, the cliffhanger, which is right in front of us, number 7, and then the wagon wheel to garage door to finish everything up in number 8. So, I mean, we looked earlier, this wagon wheel looks like it's going to be tough for our competitors.
Yeah, definitely. Just like all the other courses, the last one's usually the hardest. After they get through the whole course, all their stamina is depleted past them most of the time.
Yeah, and again, for stage 3, there's no clock, there's no timer, so these athletes can just run for as long as they want. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this course here, especially in stage 3. And we had the Elite Females running in stage 2 earlier this morning, and got a note from one of the people over there broadcasting that most of the girls could not complete the Kitana on stage 2, which is the last obstacle right behind us in stage 2 tall. So that was the challenge for the athletes in stage 2, and they're going to have to handle a lot more difficult obstacles here in stage 3. And once again, Allison Bond and Riley Hunt, who trained together, these are the two elite females that have a chance to become world champion here today, Aiden. And Allison and Riley are both two of the top athletes here in this competition. What do you think the difference is going to be here for some of our athletes at the end? Because it seems like it's going to come down to, some little things here at the end.
I think one of the most factors of it is definitely going to be the stamina part of it and the strength. Coming through all these obstacles, a lot of them. We got, 8 lined up for them today?
Yeah.
The wagon wheel, you got to hold on there and watch that. Watch the wall come down to get to the other side.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's going to be a little trouble for them.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for some of these athletes here as they continue to try and move through. We're getting close here to our demo run, and we'll take a look quickly at the Saturday schedule on tap before we start that demo run. So stage 2 and 3, Masters female, preteen female, elite female right now, which is about to start, and the young adult female. So those are going to be the 4 competitions taking place from stage 2 and stage 3 today, as we vie to crown a world champion here between Allison Bond and Riley Hunt, the two that are in the running for that distinguished title. And it looks like Michelle, our course manager, is getting ready, yelling out instructions for our demo run that's about to begin. As we are getting set here for our demo run. And we'll get to see our demo run through all of these obstacles right now. The vertebrate, the staple, the chain link, the mic drop, and the swivel limit. She's getting started on the vertebrae here. And we'll look to see how each athlete handles these runs. Again, athletes are going to take their time. You got to swing from the vertebrae to the staple, so that's going to be a tough start right away.
Coaches and athletes, this is a last call to check in. Reminder for all those in day 2 of the females at stage 2 tall. First run loaded to go.
So now from the staple to the chain link. And the chain link going to be a very difficult obstacle here today, as you have to jump from the staple onto it. As our demoer runs through the chain link. Cross now to the mic drop. that drop going to be interesting to see, as you got to have it in good rhythm as you go forward. We're back across, and the demo are not able to grab the swivel limit right there.
Feeling like I may have been wrong. Well, it may not be the hardest part.
Yeah, it looks like that swivel limit and mic drop might be actually harder, as we're going to have one of our rig leaders finish out this course as he goes through the swivel limit on through the iron summit. And now going through the iron summit here. Very tough part of this course, as you have to move the
bars, you have to put them in each one and
yeah,
use that strength off those to come up.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. You got to move your body with the bars, as now our demoer will complete the cliffhanger and the wagon wheel. Wagon wheel to the garage, where some of these athletes hoping to park their victories on stage 3. And the cliffhanger, you have to go side to side. That is going to be very tough.
That's where that grip strength comes in.
Yeah, grip strength's going to come in for sure on obstacle number 7. And now trying to get through the rest of the cliffhanger on to the wagon wheel. Our demoer trying to get some more chalk here. This is going to be a very vicious course for a lot of our athletes moving forward. We have 24 competing here in stage 3.
But like you said earlier, that time, they don't have a time limit, they go.
Yeah, so they can just keep going, and they're gonna have to, you know,
take those breathers and get through this, definitely.
And again, for 2 of our athletes that are trying to be world champion, Allison Vaughn and Riley Hunt, you got to take as much time as you need if you're those 2 ladies, because of how much is on the line there to try and become world champion. So our demoer trying to finish off here. Over to the wagon wheel. Again, that wheel going to continue to spin. Got to try and climb up the wheel to get through to the last stage of this course. Got to open up that garage door as you're on the wheel. And it looks like it's open all the way. That's going to be a real interesting, I mean, this obstacle going to be so daunting here in number 8, as these competitors have to move the wagon wheel, open the door, and then after exhausting all that energy, have to now swing all the way through to the podium.
And I see there's a bar there, so you have to jump, use that bar.
Yeah, you got to use that bar to jump.
Get that momentum to the next one.
Yeah, this is going to be really difficult. As our demoer running here, using that switch grip technique. Again, we're going to have to see if that's a technique we use, and she's not able to hang on that second to last bar. But that is going to be an immensely difficult obstacle right there for our demoers.
Looks like most of the time on that back, I'm just moving between 3 and 2. I'm pretty sure. All right.
Demo run almost complete here, as we're going to have one of our rig leaders finish it up. Goes from one to the other to the next, and finishes. So that'll be the end of our demo run. Super exhausting, and we saw on obstacle number 4 to 5, the mic drop to the swivel limit. That was a bit of a challenge, as well as the wagon wheel, which is going to be really tough for our competitors as we move things along here. So we're going to have 24 athletes again competing. And we are going to have, Seda Magtoto, who's going to be going first. And she started Ninja in 2017. So we get things underway here. through the beginning stages.
Attention coaches and athletes, we have a couple of final check-in reminders.
As we have one more demoer right here before we get things started, trying to make sure this course is intact, Aiden, before everything gets underway.
Definitely want to make sure any mistakes or anything that can happen definitely don't happen.
Yeah, and we'll make sure our course resetters are all ready, our cameramen and our photographers ready to go as well. This is going to be really important here with 24 athletes running. A lot of elite ninjas here at this course. We're excited to bring you the coverage here from inside the Greensboro Coliseum. From stage 3 tall here. As these girls look to continue to push the limits and the boundaries of what it means to become a World Ninja League champion. Such a difficult course. As we are waiting for everything to get started and underway here.
Attention coaches and athletes, this is a final call to check in for wave 1 of the mature kids female division at stage 1 tall B. First runners will be going momentarily. If you have not checked in yet, please do so now. Wave 1 of mature kids males at stage 1 tall B. Attention coaches and athletes in the elite female division. Your course runs are starting on stage 3 tall right now.
Welcome back here as we are getting set to start things off here from stage 3. We will have our first athlete, Seda, running here. And Seda started Ninja in 2017. As we are getting ready to start things off here. So for Seda, her favorite format style is flow course. And she is from Coquitlam, British Columbia. She's from Canada. I can't pronounce that name. It's It's hard to see on my screen anyways, but it's like, it's British Columbia. It's Coquitlam, I think. Nevertheless, she is getting ready to run here, the first elite female to run on this course. And we will see how she's able to handle this stage 3 design here. Once again, Greg Smith, Matt Bradley, and Nick Fortney, the designers of this course. And they were out here today. Matt was out here today taking a look at some of the obstacles on this course to make sure they were all set up. Matt, also the one that finished our demo run, so he is getting set.
For wave 5 of elite males at stage 1, tall A. Please check in now if you have not. Check-in is also open at stage 2 small.
So we are getting set here to go from the Greensboro Coliseum.
First runner in that division will go in approximately 5 minutes. That is for wave
Sato waiting for the word.
at stage 2 small. Make sure you guys check in if you have not yet.
Looks like we still have a delay here, Aiden.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, definitely.
We'll look at some of the obstacles then one more time before we get started. We'll look at some of the run order bios here from some of our athletes. These are a few of the athletes competing here in stage 3, as we have the tier 1 elite females who are vying to become world champions. And a lot of these athletes going to try and move their way through this course as quickly as they can, as they try and take their time as best as they can. Seda, 18 years old, once again from British Columbia. And she was a 2024 Amateur World Ninja League Premier Series champion. As we're waiting for everybody to get the all clear here. Seda's coach is Josh Thomas. Okay. Waiting on a photographer right now as we get things started. So stick with us here at the World Ninja League Championships. Once again, 24 athletes running here in this stage. And it looks like this wheel to garage door obstacle is going to be the toughest one that we're going to see. But a lot of these other obstacles provide their own challenges.
Yeah, definitely. During the demo, our first demo run, it couldn't make it past the. Help me out here, Justino.
Oh, I'm trying to hold on. Let me look real quick. Couldn't make it past the mic drop.
Yeah, mic drop. I feel like I was definitely betting the wheel would be the hardest one, but looking through the demo run, some of them couldn't even make it past that one, and I think the vertebrae too, if I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the vertebrae. Yeah, the vertebrae is the first obstacle right here onto the hook that you have to swing to. So that's going to be really tough. But we are all ready to go here as Seda is set, and she's getting ready for her run. And she is off onto the vertebrae. Seda was a 2026 World Ninja League Northwest Regionals third place finisher. So does very well in her region as she tries to move through this course.
Definitely a good start from Seda. I like she's taking her time, knowing that there's no time limit on there.
Through the vertebrae now, onto the staple. Swinging back and forth. Staple, got to use your trapeze skills right there. And she's able to get now across as she waits to get on the chain link. This chain link, again, requires elite grip strength here at the World Ninja League Championships. Seda moving through the chain link. Nice and smooth right now, as she is trying to swing through and able to get through the chain link. Now over to the mic drop. Again, this is going to be another obstacle that's going to be difficult as well, as those athletes have to grip a hold. And she's able to grab both of the mic drops and swing her way forward. Swinging her way to the swivel limit. Leaning to get that chalk from her coach in her corner, Josh Thomas. And now Seda, a minute 32 in to this competition, waiting to handle the swivel limit. As she swings back and forth, grabbing a hold and not able to hold on to that bar on the swivel limit. A great first run right there, getting to the 5th obstacle on this course. And that is where Seda's run will conclude here.
Definitely a great first run. Our first run of the day, actually, in the elite females.
Yeah, the first run. And now we're going to see Maeve Murphy, our next athlete. Maeve, coached by William Schuldiger. And Murphy will be our second athlete here competing.
Thinking maybe I was wrong in the stamina part of it. The strength is definitely the biggest factor that comes into this.
Yeah, and it seems like that grip strength is going to be a big factor as we move along, Aiden, just because of the fact that, you know, a lot of these obstacles, like the chain link right here, you have to grab onto little small areas with your hands, and then as you move forward, you have to just kind of swing back and forth and, like, get onto the ledges, which is really hard.
To swing back and forth to get to the next one is tough as is, and then you have to hold on with that little bit of grip.
Yeah, you got to use the momentum right here to swing yourself, and then you got to go right into grip strength right away. Don't really have much room for error. As Maeve Murphy is the next athlete on the course from Tarrytown, New York. She's able to get through onto stage 3 here. Murphy getting her round started. And again, for how challenging this course is, you got to be meticulous with your moves. As Maeve Murphy goes up the wall on the vertebrate. Looking to swing. And nice job right there, able to swing across. Now Murphy back and forth and not able to hold on to that second swing. Challenge right there as you go back and forth. And that jump, difficult right there. Great run in such a difficult course. As now we will have our champion level 4, Olivia Lopez, running next. Olivia started Ninja in 2018. So she's been doing this now for 8 years. And she loves that flow course format. We'll see how she is able to operate this course. On the vertebrate right now. Getting up that wall at a nice pace. And good grip strength right there as she gets across to the staple. The staple, again, going to be another one of those difficult ones as she goes from one to the other. And now able to hook her feet on as she gets across, now moving towards the chain link. As she moves across the chain on the side by all the fans. And Olivia Lopez right now moving with great pace.
I'm loving to see from the athletes at the beginning, they're taking their time and they're making sure they remember that they don't have to rush. There's no time limit to this, and they can just try to complete the course as fast as they can or as slow as they can.
Yeah, the only thing you have to do is get on the obstacle by a certain amount of seconds, by like 3-4 seconds on a countdown. After that, you can hang on the obstacle for as long as you want here at the stage 3. Now Olivia Lopez getting all the way to the swivel limit. This is where our first competitor was not able to get through here in stage 3.
Shaking those hands out to get a little bit more stamina so to hold on to the grip.
Yeah, that grip is going to be really key here as she gets onto the swivel limit. This is where our first athlete struggled to get momentum. Olivia Lopez trying to build up that lower core strength. And not able to hang on to that ledge. A great run right there from Olivia Lopez as she gets to the swivel limit once again, but that grip strength right there, so tough to hang on to the ledge, Aiden.
Yeah, definitely. First few athletes, I don't think anybody's made it past that, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay from her on the chain link right here as she was able to move through really nicely all the way through the course. And now we will have Amelia Keating running from Linden, Washington. And she discovered Ninja at Life Force Ninja when it opened in Bellingham, Washington. And she's been dedicated to the sport ever since. Competing since 2019. As she generates her swing here from the vertebrae. Great air time right there. And that is a difficult obstacle right there, right out of the gate. And Keating doing a great job as she goes forward to the chain link. Trying to reach for that next chain. Difficult grip strength obstacle right here. As she gets through the rest of the chain link, now moving forward to the mic drop and not able to hang on to the mic drop, number one. Great run to get through the first three obstacles right there at stage 3. Mic drop eating up our competitor.
I guess I'll revisit this. I definitely think the longer the course is, the more difficult it is. I think starting off on the vertebrae is really what takes the most strength out of it, honestly.
Yeah, the vertebrae takes out a lot of strength from our athletes right off the gate, right out of the gate, excuse me, as they move forward.
Holding your body up at that angle has to take a lot of strain and wear and tear on the body.
And now we have Millie Eves from St. Louis, Missouri. And Millie, 13 years of age here running on this course. Her favorite obstacle type is climbing, so right out of the gate, using some of her favorites right now. Looks like something might be going on the course. So we get things set up. She's able to get through the swivel right now as she goes from the staple from 1, 2, and now to 3 as she gets some chalk from her coach, Tyler Smith. Stalking this next obstacle, the chain link. As she reaches, that grip strength so key on this obstacle and many others on this stage 3 course. Millie halfway through that chain link, moving her way across with dexterity as she's able to handle the mic drop. Now has to swing from one to the other and able to grab that. And swings her way across, able to propel herself up as she waits for the swivel limit. And this is an obstacle, Aiden, that we have seen our 2 competitors that have gone to this point have a tough time dealing with.
Yeah, we keep revisiting that. It's definitely the grip strength that comes into factor here.
As you have to go from the ring to the platform, and Millie able to handle that right there as she moves from one side to the other. That grip strength so important as Millie Eves moves her way through the back half of this course. Approaching the 6th obstacle here as she's able to hook on the next level of the swivel limit. Now trying to get through, and she's able to get through, the first competitor to get to our Iron Summit. And this is another one that we saw earlier where you have to have elite grip strength on this course. she's shaking out her hands right now, getting ready to prepare for the Iron Summit. As she goes from one to the other, moving her way through the course. Millie Eves, the St. Louis, Missouri native, moving through the Iron Summit right now. Calm, cool, and collected as she tries to put in that last prong. Now has to reach and able to get through. Millie Eves, now our first competitor on the cliffhanger, Aiden.
Millie Eves making it look real nice and easy, taking it calm and slow.
She's at a good pace right now, moving through this course. Once again, there's no time limit to finish this course. So these athletes trying to have as much success as possible. And Millie Eves moving through this course right now. Oh, and just falls down there on the cliffhanger. A tremendous run from Millie Eves as she gets all the way to obstacle number 7 here at this elite female course.
Yeah, just incredible. I couldn't even tell if the grip strength was an issue for her.
As we take a look at her performance on the mic drop as she moved through the course. And now we will see Grace Carr from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Grace Carr is coached by Joe Capo. 16 years old, Pro Ninja Level 2. And right there, Millie Eves showing that, you know, patience on those back half of the obstacles is really key, especially when you have to use your grip strength really well. And she had some good grip on those obstacles.
I definitely like when she's taking the time to shake out her arms and get as much as she can out of them before she takes on the next obstacle. I think our other competitors should take some tips from her.
Yeah,
definitely.
We have 19 more competitors here in stage number 3. 12:02 as we've reached the afternoon here on Saturday, June 20th. As now we have our next competitor here, Grace Carr. And Grace Carr getting ready to run here. Carr moving up the vertebrae. She's coached alongside by her coach, Joe Capo. As she moves through the vertebrae. Now trying to swing her way forward. Able to get through the first level of the staple. Now through the second. And she'll get some chalk. As she moves forward onto number 3, the chain link. Chain link back and forth obstacle as you go up and down the chain.
Taking it slow would definitely have to be one of the factors that our other competitors bring in. Watching Millie's run, she took her time and shook out her arms to get as much energy as she could out of them before taking on the next obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how these athletes handle this. I mean, trying to use their arms to save some momentum. As now Grace Carr is moving her way through to the mic drop. And Carr moving her way through, all the way across, now to the swivel limit. This is where we've seen some of our athletes take their time, and as we said before, Millie was able to shake out her arms and get through. And now Grace moving her way through and not able to hold on to that ledge. That ledge right there on our 5th obstacle is a very difficult task for all of our athletes today.
Yeah, definitely. So far, that's been where most of our athletes are coming to fall apart at right at that grip strength part of it all.
Yeah, as we see the run right here. Now we will see our next athlete, Akshara Papu, who is getting ready to start her run here. Akshara moving up the vertebrae. From Newton, Massachusetts. She's been competing at Ninja since she was 6 years old. And she is able to move her way forward. All the way through and across now to the chain link. Not getting any chalk for this chain link. As she looks very confident here on this obstacle. As she moves her way through. Now from the chain link to the mic drop. And she is
flying through.
Yeah, she is flying through this first half right now.
Unlike her other competitors, she doesn't seem to be want to take any time off it. She seems to be going straight through it like a sprint.
Yeah, now she's going to get some chalk as she gets to the 5th obstacle in 1:10 seconds. And again, you just got to finish this course. Don't have to go for the fastest time. Right now, Akshara moving very quickly and swiftly here as she gets across to the swivel limit. Right now on that bridge, able to connect the two pieces there. And great work so far. And oh, she fell on the connection piece. Great run right there from Akshara as she was flying through the first half of this course all the way to the swivel limit. Wasn't able to connect the bridges.
Yeah, definitely. The first few athletes we're seeing taking it slow, she's took a different plan and try to go straight through like a sprint.
And now we will see our next competitor, Abby Clark, also coached by Joe Capo. Abby Clark from Bedminster, New Jersey. And we will see Clark begin her run right here. Abby Clark. Right now, climbing up the vertebrae. And she is moving through very nicely right now. Gets across to the first level of the staple. From one level to the second.
Definitely see what Abby does. Our other competitors have taken different strategies throughout, but she seems to be taking it right in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like Abby Clark taking it right in the middle of what all the other athletes as she studied their runs before. Now Abby Clark moving through these obstacles nicely. Calm, cool, and collected. As she goes across now to the mic drop. And swinging back and forth on that first mic. And moving back across to the second one. And doing a great job swinging back and forth as she's able to collect herself and go grab some chalk. And Clark now settling in as she reaches to go across to the swivel limit. On the first ring right now. And not able to get through and across. A great run, though, nonetheless, by Abby Clark. Take a look at the replay from her run. As she was moving very nicely through that first half of the course. And now we will see Madeline Valentine. Madeline Valentine, coached by Milo Carpenter. As she begins her march here from the World Ninja League Championships here, Stage 3 Elite Female. Running here. Valentine looking to swing back and forth. And gets across and oh, not able to hold on. to that first staple. Great run from Valentine as she was not able to get across the staple. And now we will move to our next competitor, Caitlin McDonough.
Here are the last few runners of that position. If anybody is in need of a video review, please get them in now.
And as of now, we've seen one athlete get to our 7th obstacle. A lot of the others have gotten stuck and caught in our 5th obstacle here of this course. So Millie Eves, the active leader on the leaderboard right now. Now we have McDonough from Windermere, Florida. McDonough coached by Ripken Alexander. And McDonough moving forward now nicely. Now moves to the chain link. On the chain right now. As she moves across the 3rd obstacle, trying to execute here. Now she's on the mic drop. Now the 2nd mic drop all the way across. And McDonough now going over to the swivel limit. 15 athletes here to go. As McDonough now on the swivel limit as she tries to get grip and not able to get across. That grip strength so valuable on this course. Caitlin McDonough with a great run right there. And now Adelina Messier running. And Adelina getting ready to go from Ninja Labs. And Messier, coached by Luke Lowell-Lazechi. She's from East Greenbrush, New York. And her run now getting started. As she moves her way up the vertebrate wall.
Making her way through this quite fast. She'll be taking it very calm.
Yeah, Adelina moving through right now. As she goes across the staple, 1 and 2, onto the chain link. So through the first 2 obstacles, now moving through the link. As she is able to get onto the second half of the chain link using that grip strength really well. And now swings across to the mic drop. Trying to propel her momentum to get to the second one, and she's able to. Great job right there from Adelina as she gets across now to the 5th obstacle, the swivel limit, which has been very tough for our competitors here today. Trying to get a lot of chalk as she moves across. And that grip strength on the bridge, very tough.
I really do wonder what is the best strategy between these two, because like we've seen from different competitors, some people want to go straight through and not take their time. Others want to take a break and shake out their arms. So I guess only time will tell which is the best strategy.
Adelina going right through right now, Aiden. She's not really taking a lot of time. She's making good progress right now. Not able to make that transition, though. A great run from Adelina Messier. A minute 13 on her time and able to get to that 5th obstacle as her run now complete. As we saw her do very well on the mic drop section of the course. Now we will see Karen Gorman from Norwood, Maine, or Norwood, Massachusetts, I should say. Gorman competes at the U.S. New England region, 16 years of age. And Gorman now moving up the vertebrae nicely. And swinging back across now, able to get a hold of that first staple. Now trying to swing to the second one, and she's able to hold on. Great work through the first 2 obstacles. Coached by Nolan LaJoy. And we'll see how she handles this obstacle, Aiden. As she moves through the chain link very nicely now. Easy does it.
So she's finding her middle ground to get straight through without taking too much energy out.
Now she's gone to the mic drop. Quickly goes from 1 to 2. Now Karen swinging across.
Way to get her legs up over that.
Yeah, able to hold on to that bar as she gets some more chalk from her coach, Nolan. And Nolan coaching her through here as he watches the technique. He's watched a lot of the different techniques for these athletes. 1:36 on the clock as Karen now moving through, using that grip strength.
Puts the first one.
Now has to get across and make that jump on the swivel limit, and she's not able to get across. A great run from Karen Gorman. Yeah, Gorman right now, great run. As that is the end of her run. Now we have Savannah Salinas from Las Vegas running next.
Hello?
Okay, now the mic's working. I thought the mic was not working for a second. As now we have Savannah Salinas. Okay, we will be having a 5 minutes delay right here, and we will be right back in just a few moments.
Attention to all in attendance. Please make your way to the main stage if you want to be a part of the t-shirt toss. I repeat, the t-shirt toss is happening at the main stage in a few moments. Please make your way over there now. The celebrity t-shirt toss is about to get underway at the main stage by the stage 1 rim. If you're interested in that celebrity t-shirt toss, please head over there now. It is happening in just a moment. Attention all coaches and athletes in wave 5 of the mature kids male division. Check-in is open for you guys at stage 1 small. The first runner will be going in approximately 25 minutes. That is for wave 5. Our mature kids males at stage 1 small. Check-in is also opening up for wave 1 of the adult female division at stage 2 tall. First runner will be going in approximately 20 to 25 minutes. That's for wave 1 of the adult female division at stage 2 tall. And attention all coaches and athletes. Just a reminder that check-in is open for wave 2 of the mature kids female division at stage 1 tall Z. First runner will be going in approximately 25 minutes. That is for wave 2 of mature kids females on stage 1 tall B. And a reminder to all coaches and athletes in wave 6 of the elite male division, check-ins are open for you guys at stage 1 tall A. First runner will go in approximately 25 to 30 minutes. That is for wave 6 of elite males at stage 1 tall A. Please check in now if you have not. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, just another few words from a few of our awesome sponsors, starting with Stage 4 Designs. With over a decade of ninja obstacle experience, you can trust Stage 4 Designs to deliver the best product possible. Check out the Stage 4 Designs table today. Just wanted to give a big shout out to our celebrities. Thank you so much for an amazing t-shirt toss. Thank you guys all for heading over there. Thanks for the energy over there. Awesome. Let's please start to disperse and head back to our courses. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome back here as we are getting things underway here. And our next athlete competing is going to be Savannah Salinas from Las Vegas, Nevada. Traveling a long way here to Greensboro, North Carolina. From the dry air of Las Vegas to the humidity here in Greensboro. Savannah getting her run started. The 13th runner here from this wave. And we will see her run. She competes with the Rhino Ninja Gym. Savannah now on the vertebrae. Taking her time as she goes up the wall right here, Aiden.
Very taking her time. I think that's the best bet, honestly, saving that stamina up a little bit more.
Yeah, because a lot of these athletes are going to see a lot of different obstacles as they go through this course, 8 to be exact, and a lot of them are very taxing on the body. As now Savannah moves her way forward and not able to hold on to that first staple bar.
Good run for Savannah.
Yeah, great run right there. Just not able to hang on to the staple, as that's going to be the end of her run.
The creativity from the course engineers that made this is definitely incredible, honestly.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Obstacles and stuff.
Yeah, our course designers did a great job here with these obstacles. And, I mean, we haven't seen anybody get to the wagon wheel / garage door. As we go down the list, we'll see if anybody gets to that point, because that is going to be interesting to see how those athletes handle that obstacle.
Yeah,
it took a couple of demos to get that done.
Yeah, I'm definitely betting on that. I think that's going to be my favorite one to see.
So now we have a little bit of a timeout right here. As we are going to see Charlotte Barrett running next with the elite females. Charlotte coached by Lucas Reel. And she is from Plymouth, Massachusetts. And she has a twin sister named Lily, and she's been doing ninja since she was 6 years old. And Lucas and Matt Archio are the ninja coaches. I'll tell you, whenever. Welcome back here as Charlotte Barrett is getting ready to start. Charlotte Barrett moving up the vertebrae right now. As she meticulously makes her way up through the course.
The last couple of runners at the beginning are starting to fall out right before even clearing the second course. I think that vertebrae is starting to cause a little stamina and some wear and tear on their bodies and their arms and their strength.
Yeah, through the vertebrae right now. And now she's onto the staple. Trying to get through the staple here. And now on to the chain link. Charlotte Barrett from Plymouth, Massachusetts, moving through the first 3 obstacles.
Attention all coaches and athletes, just a check-in reminder for the following divisions. Wave 5 of
Now getting through the chain link here as she makes the jump over to the mic drop. From one mic drop to the other. And she's able to get across right there and over to the swivel limit
Definitely good start for Charlotte, taking her time and still going at a very fast pace, definitely.
And this swivel limit is really testing all of the limits, no pun intended, on these athletes as they move through. I mean, there's just so much that requires you to have, there's so much skill that this obstacle requires. Charlotte Barrett trying to get through and be our second athlete to join Millie Eves at getting through this swivel limit obstacle. Millie Eves was doing a great job on the obstacle as she swung her arms out. Now Charlotte Barrett taking a similar approach to that, using one arm to swing out her arms as she goes through and begins here on the swivel limit.
Just the hook on the first one.
Yep, able to connect the pieces. Now she has to just get across. And not able to go through. Tough to get a hold right there of that grip on the course.
Definitely do think that the method is shaking out those arms and getting it out before the grip.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting method to see how they handle it. As now we will see our next athlete, Sydney Smith from Edwardsville, Illinois. Sydney Smith, 17 years of age, as now we are at the final 10 here of this course. As we will see who is able to complete the course here. And once again, Allison Bond and Riley Hunter, last two athletes, the two that have qualified to have a chance at becoming world champion.
Thank you.
So either one of those two trying to become world champion in the elite female division. So when they go, it'll be very fun to see how they're able to handle the course.
I'm definitely curious to see how that will go.
As Sydney Smith from the U.S. North Central region.
Thank you.
As it looks like Sydney Smith waiting here before we get started. Once again, the final 10 competitors here. As Sydney Smith getting ready here to start. She will start on the vertebrae. Moving from the vertebrae back across as she tries and move her way through. Sydney Smith now on the vertebrae. And moving now from the vertebrae, swinging back across to the second obstacle, the staple. 1-2 easy does it for her as she goes from the staple now, getting some chalk for the chain link. Now on the chain link. Sydney Smith moving her way through with dexterity and trying to make sure that she hangs on and gets all the way through the chain link, now trying to swing to the mic drop. And she's able to get to the mic drop section using that switch grip technique at the start, then going to the close grip as she goes from one mic to the other, back across and swings forward. So she is now through the first 4 obstacles as she gets some chalk here from her head coach, Sam Folsom.
Looks like she took a different strategy to getting onto her feet over that thing. Most of our other competitors have held on and went through the front, and she went straight over the back. Let's see if that has anything to do with her strategy around the rest of the course.
And now she's on the swivel limit. Sydney Smith now onto the 5th obstacle as she tries to be the second runner here in the elite female stage 3 to get through this illustrious swivel limit, and she's not able to. Great run right there. The swivel limit has just been a monster for these competitors here today. It's been so tough to get through for everybody. And it's a great run right there by Sydney Smith. Now we will see our next runner, Helena Smith.
You're definitely right. Definitely, that Silversmith had definitely been a monster with all our competitors today. It's the main factor and the main con of the course.
Helena Smith now getting set and started as we wait alongside. Helena getting her run started here. And she is moving up the wall on the vertebrae. 20 seconds on her clock at the start. But once again, the clock not the biggest factor here, as it just counts up, doesn't count down for our athletes. Now on to the first staple. 1 to 2. Helena moving her way through nicely, not waiting to get a hold of that chalk, as she's eager to get started here on the chain link and save up her time for these next couple of obstacles that will follow. And Helena Smith from Mount Airy, Maryland, moving her way through the course, moving to the mic drop and going through quickly.
Flying through this first course.
Yeah, Helena is a dedicated ninja who won the Northeast Regional as an elite female. And she competed in NSC Season 3 and qualified for the NSC Championship. She also plays travel softball and is on the high school varsity team from Mount Airy, Maryland, as she now moves to the swivel limit. Trying to move her way through. And she's getting across the swivel limit now from one stage to the other. And now has to try and hook the next side across, and she's able to do so.
She's our second competitor to get past this part today.
Yeah, Helena Smith trying to be the second competitor and falls right as she's about to get to the sixth obstacle. A great run nonetheless right there, and Helena Smith with one of the further runs we've seen here today on this course.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you.
Here, just hold it for a second.
And now we will see Corinne Capriotti will be running next.
Right here.
And Corinne is from Levittown, Pennsylvania. 8 athletes to go here in this elite female stage 3 section. Corinne is a 2-time World Ninja League champion, 2018 and 2020. She was an ANW Season 17 athlete and an ANW Junior Season 3 athlete.
Steve, I'm really curious to see if anybody would try to skip the vertebrae, maybe skip a step or two.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as we move forward, as Corinne falling there on the second stage. And yeah, I mean, it really is going to be interesting to see how they handle the first couple obstacles because of how much strength and, you know.
I think we'll maybe see a different strategy every use to maybe save some more energy maybe on the next course to get all the way to the chain link and the swivel to get past those two.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see as now Lola Raucus running next from Norwell, Massachusetts. Her coach, Matt DiArco. And Lola, a 2024 World Ninja League preteen female world champion. So has that experience from the past 2 summers ago. She's also a competitive gymnast. As she swings back and forth. Onto the first staple. Trying to swing her way to number 2, and she gets it. 1, 2, and 3 as she moves to the chain link.
Lola making this look easy.
Yeah, Lola doing a great job so far here. as she continues to move her way through this course. A 14-year-old from Norwell, Massachusetts, moving very nicely through this course right now as she competes with Ascend obstacle training.
Lola is just flying through this course. I want to say she's the fastest one. I'm not completely sure though, because
Yeah, she is going through at a blistering pace right now. Lola, champion level 4 athlete.
third competitor to see make it this far and shake out those arms.
Yeah, now she's going across on the swivel limit, now using her grip strength on the bars. Gets through the first one, now trying to get through number 2. And not able to get through as she falls down.
Fantastic one from Lola. I love to see how fast she went through that. I'm really confident to see her make it through the swivel limit.
Great run there from her, and now we will see Grace Gordon running next. Grace Gordon competing with Obstacle Ninja Academy. And Gordon from Orlando, Florida, Pro Ninja Level 2 Ninja here as she waits to start her run. And she is able to start her run here on the vertebrae, going up the wall.
Attention coaches and athletes, just a general reminder, let's do our best to try to keep a 1 coach to 1 athlete ratio in the warm-up area at all times to ensure.
And Gordon moving from one staple to the other. Now going to the second one. And she's moving up and down the chain link. And she is now moving through this course nicely. Across now, trying to hit the mic drop. As she goes from one drop to the other, to the third. Great run right there as she makes her way across to the swivel limit. After Gordon, we have 5 more athletes competing here in the stage 3, with Bond and Hunt trying to vie and become world champions. Gordon now moving through the swivel limit nicely. Not trying to force anything as she goes through. And great job right here. She misses that kind of jump right there. She's able to get it back across. A great run so far from Gordon, who's trying to be our second athlete to get across the swivel limit and not able to make that transition. A terrific run from Gordon. And that is going to be the end of her run right there. Yeah, Grace Gordon flying through the beginning half of this course. As now we will see our next athlete competing, Nora Brown-John from Burnaby, British Columbia. And Brown-John from Burnaby, BC in Canada, our second Canadian athlete here to compete. And she is 17 years old, a part of that elite female competition coached by Milo Carpenter as she begins her run here. And Nora flying through the first 2 parts now of this competition as she goes to the chain link. Back across through the chain links very nicely. As Brown John trying to move through nicely all the way to the mic drop. From one mic to the other and able to get across. Now moving across to the swivel limit. She's making great time, 52 seconds.
I'm really starting to think that that sand speed kill is really starting to come in right here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that speed could be a big factor in kind of hurting or helping our athletes here. Again, depends on the pace of the athlete. As right now, Nora moving through the back half very well of the swivel limit.
So definitely our last couple of athletes have been using that speed and just flying through these obstacles. And those last few definitely made it through and almost completed the swivel limit.
Now Nora Brown-John moving through as she is able to get across to the Iron Summit, the 6th obstacle of this course. Our 2nd athlete to get to that summit. And now she is going to have to patiently go through this next section. The Iron Summit so taxing on the body as our athletes looking to maneuver here and finish with some great time and style. Brown John able to get across. Now she's on to the cliffhanger. So this is where Millie Eves, our first athlete to get here, was not able to get through. Eves got here in 3 minutes. Nora Brown-John getting here in 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes, as she tries to swing across and able to get the first jump. Nora Brown-John now jumping up and not able to get through.
Amazing, incredible job from Nora Brown, honestly.
Yeah, incredible work right there. Nora Brown-John with the best run so far of this course.
I definitely am curious and nervous to see who completes the course and what strategy they use. We've seen a lot of difference coming up the speed part of it and others taking their time.
As now we will see Lily Barrett. After this is done, we will have our young adult females in stage 3 coming up right afterwards. And we will have 27 athletes in that section running. As now we get everything started, a lot of chalk over here in our area.
Definitely a lot of chalk.
As Lily Barrett running right now. Coached by Lucas Reel. Lily Barrett from Plymouth, Massachusetts, 15 years old, twin sister Charlotte. Ran on this course earlier. Now Lily, her twin, running here. And Lily moving her way through the chain links as she looks to get her round started here at a good pace. 47 seconds on the clock as she moves her way through. Now across to the mic drop. From one mic drop to the other and through. As she is holding on, going towards the swivel limit. Lily Barrett, twins with Charlotte Barrett. And the two twins both competing here in the final stage of the Elite Female Stage 3 here at the World Ninja League Championships. Lily Barrett now swinging back and forth, looking to grab a hold as she tries to move across. Able to grab a hold of the first section. Now trying to connect the pieces together here. As she's moving across and not able to hold on right there. Great run by Lily Barrett. And now we will see our next athlete competing, Addie Herman from Pembroke, Massachusetts. Addie Herman, 20 years of age, competing out of the U.S. New England region. Her coach, Jordan Thurston, on the sidelines, and after Herman, we will see Bond and Hunt complete this elite female competition. And Herman starting her run right here. As she's getting coached up on the sideline. Over to the staple. Flying through the staple right now. From one to the other. As she now moves her way across. Down across. Now through the chain link. As she is trying now to swing across to the mic drop. Good swing right there as Herman trying to get through this course. Herman back and forth swinging and across to the bar as she waits and holds. Gets her chalk, takes it from her coach, and it's going to put it back down. A lot of the coaches have like that kind of hook to kind of put it up to them. Right there, she's just taking the bucket herself.
She said she really needs that chalk.
As she's got to get started before the shot clock expires. And now Herman moving through nicely through the swivel limit. As she tries to connect the pieces. And not able to hold on the swivel limit. A great run from Herman. As now we will see our two elite ninjas here trying to compete for world championship status.
Definitely has to do with the endurance, Justino, because only like a couple of our athletes have really went down at right from the beginning. I'm thinking that wear and tear as you get through the rest of the obstacles really take away that endurance from you. And
it's that wear and tear on our athletes. As we will see Allison Bond and Riley Hunt, our last two athletes here, competing in the elite female section, vying to become world champion here from the World Ninja Leagues. Right now, Nora Brown-John with the best run of all of our athletes here in this elite female stage 3. Allison Bond making sure that she takes her time through all of these different obstacles and not able to hold on right there on the staple. And not able to hold on as she falls at the 27-second mark. And that's super unfortunate from Allison Bond as now we move to Riley Hunt, our last athlete here in the elite female stage 3. And Riley Hunt, coached alongside by Quinn McLaughlin. Hunt from Bethel, Connecticut. As Quinn McLaughlin coaching her up on how to attack this course here, Aiden, as Riley, the last athlete here who is trying to become world champion.
After watching all the other runners, hopefully she gets some tips from them.
Yeah.
Really clears this course.
Yeah, it's a really tough course to say the least. As all of our athletes trying to figure out what works best for all parties. And Hunt taking her time here, Aiden, knowing that she is the last athlete here and needs to complete the course to become a world champion. Hunt, 14 years old, from Bethel, Connecticut, is a speed junkie. Her motto is don't think, just go.
amazing start from her.
She's able to hold on and
She's
move
taking
her
a
way.
different strategy to this. Our former runners have just put their legs right over there off that swing. She seems to have wanted to pull herself up, give her a second to rest.
Yeah, giving herself as much time as she needs here. As she sets the start here on the chain link. Hunt now moving through the chain link as she looks to swing herself forward and get across to the mic drop from the first mic, now swinging to the second one, and she is able to get a hold of it right there. Now trying to swing as she goes forward. Now waiting for the swivel limit. Get some chalk. As she has 6 seconds left until she has to get off and onto the obstacle. In between right now. She uses all the time allotted to her to make sure that she is ready to go.
A little bit of a close call, but I respect it, honestly.
Shaking out the arms, which is what we saw from Millie Eves earlier, as well as Nora Brown-John, as both those athletes move through this 5th stage of the course. And now Riley Hunt trying to use that grip strength. She's also a competitive soccer player. And not able to get through as Riley Hunt falls down.
Amazing last run from our competitors in the elite females.
Yes, an amazing last few runs right there. Nora Brown-John with the furthest and quickest time there in that stage 3 course. And that will be all the running we have right there in this competition from the elite female section here. And we will take a quick break and be back here momentarily.
athletes in the elite male division. We are beginning to wrap up stage one. So as we are on the last few runners, if anybody is in need of a video review, please make sure to submit those now for elite males. Get those video reviews in now. You have just a few minutes to do so. Thank you. Attention all coaches and athletes, we have a couple more check-in reminders. All coaches and athletes in wave 4 of the preteen female division are able to check in at stage 2 small. First runner scheduled to go in approximately 15 minutes. That is for wave 4 of preteen females. Check in at stage 2 small. Check-in is now also opening up for wave 7 of elite males on stage 1, tall A. You can head over there now and check in. First runner in about 30 minutes. Attention all coaches and athletes in the young adult female division. This is your final call to check in at stage 3 tall. First runners will be going in just about 5 minutes. That is for young adult females at stage 3 tall. If you have not checked in yet, please do so now. First runner in a few moments.